This presentation, entitled Reasonable Accommodation Sensitivity Training regarding shelter services for persons with disability and creating program access, is presented by the Community Partnership for the Prevention of Homelessness, the District of Columbia Department of Human Services, and the District of Columbia Office of Disability Rights. Section 1. What is the ADA? In this section, you can expect to learn about the legislation and its sections, as well as who is protected by the ADA.
What is the ADA? The Americans with Disabilities Act, commonly referred to as the ADA, is a federal law that provides civil rights protections to individuals with disabilities, similar to those provided to individuals on the basis of race, color, sex, sexual orientation, national origin, age, and religion. The ADA guarantees equal opportunity for individuals with disabilities in public accommodations, such as stores, restaurants, and hotels, employment, state and local government services, and transportation. The ADA has 5 sections or titles, each addressing specific aspects of disability rights. Title I deals with employment, Title II, public services, Title III, public accommodations and services operated by private entities. Telecommunications is Title IV, and Title V is miscellaneous aspects of the Act. What is Title II? Title II, the ADA, addresses state and local governments, such as the District of Columbia, and organizations that receive government funds, creating a partnership between the public and the government sector. Title II protects qualified individuals with disabilities from discrimination on the basis of disability in accessing services, programs, or activities. Who has a disability? The ADA protects 3 categories of individuals from discrimination based on their disability. Individuals who have a physical disability, mental impairment, that substantially limits one or more life activities, including such conditions as blindness, deafness, cerebral palsy, cancer, heart disease, mental retardation, brain injury, emotional or mental illness, and specific learning disabilities. Who has a disability? Individuals who have a record of a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits a major life activity, including people who have recovered from mental or emotional illness, drug addiction, heart disease, or cancer. Individuals who are regarded as having such a disability, regardless of whether they have the disability. Common examples of someone who is obese or someone who is scarred due to injury, where there is no functional impairment, but people may regard the person as having a disability. The ADA also protects people from discrimination based on their association with someone who has a disability or from acts of retaliation for asserting their ADA rights.
You have a question?
Yes. How can someone be discriminated against based on their association with someone with a disability?
Thank you. That's a really good question. Let me give you an example. Let's say that I'm applying for a job, and the person that I'm interviewing with sees me through the window of their office and sees me get my child that has a disability out of the car and put the child back in, and then the car drives away. Well, the interview goes well, and the person conducting the interview decides that I'm the best qualified applicant, but then they think back to what they saw in their window, and they said, well, gee, this woman has a child with a disability, so she's not going to have the time that's needed to devote to this particular job. That would be a case where the woman that was applying for the job does not have a disability, but based on the fact that she has a child with a disability, she would be covered under the ADA based on the association with that child with a disability. Does that answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Is there a resource or a website where I could get more information about the Act?
The Office of Disability Rights here in district government does have a website, odr.dc.gov. We have resources listed on that website. In addition, the Department of Justice offers the ADA information line, which is the 800 number on our website, as well as adainformation.gov.